I got to start with the Phillies. I don't know why I have this ugly feeling about the Phillies. It's not really ugly. It's ugly in a sense that I doubt that they're going to have a year as good as last year in the regular season. Now, that doesn't mean they can't do anything in the playoffs, but I'm seeing these little signs that I don't like. And the one sign, and I've had this for a while, when I first saw him throwing 89 miles an hour, that's Ranger Suarez. Now, he's throwing 89 miles an hour out of the chute because he doesn't feel 100%. When you don't feel 100%, you're not going to bust it because you think you're going to injure something. So he started out throwing 89. Now, there were no alarms with that. Anybody in this office except me. No alarms down in Clearwater except me. And so yesterday we find out that it's the back situation again. And I can assure you that once you have a back situation, it never goes away. So if he's got a back situation, and I love the way they frame it, well, it's not as bad as the one that kept him sidelined during the season. Really? How do you know that? How do you know? It's a back. You can never predict a back situation. When you don't have a back, you can't push. And when you can't push, you get hit because you throw 91 miles an hour. So my question is, if this situation plays out where we're going to have to milk him through an entire year, can the Phillies actually win their division, win a number one seed, even be a viable team in the playoffs with only 3 pitchers starting the year and going through, until July when the savior comes up from the minor leagues? So we'll discuss that for today, and this is why these little things make me feel a little queasy. Because the guy who's in the rotation now is Taijuan Walker, who got blasted yesterday in spring training. So what are we talking about? The reliable guys you're talking about are Wheeler, Nola, Christopher Sanchez. Then you got and. So I hope that everybody's feeling good about the Phillies. I want to feel good about the Phillies. It's not like I'm trying to put the Maloik on them or anything. I'm a big baseball guy. I like their lineup from top to bottom. I like their lineup more than a lot of people. I don't think it's that important that you have these metrics that you have to have left, right, guy puts the ball on the ground, guy puts the ball in play. I think if you got a good team, you got a good hitting team, you got a good hitting team. However, a pitching staff with a bullpen that hasn't figured out what the bottom half of the bullpen is yet worries me a little bit. Now, Bill Colarulo's here, Ray Dunn is here. I know you're not worried by that. You drink the Kool-Aid when it comes to the Phillies. So I want to hear your opinion now with the Ranger Suarez and Taijuan Walker situation that they have currently going.
Yeah, it's not a great morning, man. It's not a great morning. Yesterday afternoon, I saw the news break that Ranger Suarez was dealing with this back issue, and then this now means Taijuan Walker may be in line for another start. And I thought we were done with this guy. I really thought after what we saw last season, where he gave up 7.1 earned runs in only 83 innings, He had an opponent batting average of .317 last year, an OPS of .975. And I know they had to keep him last year because of the money and all that crap. But now you're telling me that we're going to have to deal with Taijuan Walker every 5th day again. And I get it. Like, there's not many teams in baseball, if any, who have a 6th starter that could step up when one of your top 5 goes down that is a good pitcher. I understand that. But really, the Taijuan Walker experiment continues. I know he's owed $36 million, and that's the only reason why he's here. But I'm just so over them continuing to put this guy out there. And I understood really, like in spring training, you're trying to sell it to the other 30 teams or the other 29 teams in Major League Baseball that he's going to have a rebound year to see if you can maybe unload him for a team that's needy of starting pitching. But we're really going to have to see this guy. Like, we may see him in the opening week at Citizens Bank Park for a season where we're hoping to start things off on the right foot. We're going to have to see Taijuan Walker. So, no, I'm not happy today. I know that people are excited about Andrew Painter, but we're not, June, July, if we're lucky, Andrew Painter's coming up. I'm just frustrated that we're going to see this Taijuan Walker again. And I can't feel good today. And I was hoping with us being less than a week away from opening day, right? Less than a week, or is it next Friday? What is it? Anyway, it's about a week. I was hoping that we could start to feel good. And no, I don't feel good. And I am worried now about Rangers.
Uh-oh. What? You flipped?
It's hard.
89 miles an hour. First time out, not a big deal.
Because you're right.
Look at its velocity second time. It was fine.
It did. It went up. But you're right. If Ranger Suarez is having a back issue, you're spot on. There's no guarantee that he'll get back to 100%. It may be something that bothers him all year. And I guess when June or July comes around and you could bring Andrew Painter up, you got to hope now that your other guys, because we're hoping Luzardo's healthy. And then you have to hope that Wheeler, Nola, and Sanchez, that they don't have any issues. If starting pitching is the reason that I felt confident about this team, which is what I was saying, is I don't love that they didn't upgrade the outfield. Maybe they did. But for me, I looked at it as, wow, that Luzardo signing, that's a big one, because now you got 5 quality starters. Well, now we're down to 4. I don't know. I'm not feeling that great today. But it's a long season.
Let me just say this. I know you like to blame Rob Thompson a lot, but let's look critically at the general manager for a second. Now, it's hard for me to complain about the track record of Dave Dombrowski, and it's difficult for me to complain about a team that's a perennial contender, which the Phillies have been for the last several years. However, he had a mandate to improve them from last year and fill in the blanks of the players he lost, just like Howie Roseman does right now. He did not get a right-handed hitting outfielder, which was essential to get, and he did not fill in the bottom 4 of the bullpen, which are all iffy at this point. So they're not a bad team. They're going to be a playoff contender, obviously, and they might even win the division. I'm talking about right now, I don't know that Dave Dombrowski did his job, to be honest with you. You can't take a team that's a contender and not want to improve them from your failures from the year before. And I don't think he has. He came back with the same team, which is a good lineup, but left field is still a problem. You still don't have any right-handed power of a guy that can play the outfield. And your bullpen, you are crossing your fingers for 4 spots. I mean, a general manager who wants to make a team a contending team has to do a little better than that. Am I speaking out of turn here?
Look, I was critical of Dombrowski a little bit last year, and I had a lot of listeners come at me and people on Instagram come at me saying, you're crazy, Dombrowski's great. I don't think that you're being crazy saying that he didn't do what we thought he would do this offseason. Now, I know his hands are tied a little bit with some of these big contracts. We know they shopped Alec Boehm. There were no takers. So I guess they did what they could do. And you're still, with Walker owed $36 million, you had to bring him back, I guess. I would have liked to have seen them just eat that.
Let me just say this. All right, I understand they spent a lot of money on their payroll. A contending team does not try to salvage a guy who's a bust. As you paid him that kind of money, it was a flat-out mistake. Now you've got to eat it. You can't try to make it work because your fan base is laughing. And they're going, this is so obvious what they're trying to do here. So at that point you go, hey, you know what? We gave it a shot. It didn't work. DFA.
Well, we all thought he was going to get DFA'd multiple times last year, and it never happened. So I'm with you. But now we're going to have to see him again, and you're probably going to see him opening week at Citizens Bank Park, which is just crazy. But I guess if let's do a little positive with the Phillies. They finally moved on from the chief vibes officer. So he got optioned to Lehigh Valley today to play for the Iron Pigs.
It's a sad day, man.
Garrett Stubbs.
When the overalls leave the clubhouse. It's a sad day.
But I like that they valued skill and upside more than just vibes. Because Rafael Marchand, I think, gives you a better plate presence for sure than what you got from Garrett Stubbs. Now, I know Stubbs, he participated in the game plans.
Locker room guy, though.
But
locker room guy.
Well, he had an option left, so that's why they did it. But I'm excited. At least they made that move because I would have thought Bryce Harper would have got in their ear and said, "No, I want my DJ here."
You think Bryce Harper thinks much of Garrett Stubbs?
I think he loves the guy.
You do? I don't think so. But Bryce Harper doesn't like players that can't play. 610-632. 0975 is how you come in. We're going to talk about the NCAA tournament today with Aaron Bracey. Read a hell of a book on St. Joe's and that magical run where they actually should have played for the national championship, but did not. And he'll give us some tidbits and who he likes in today's NCAA tournament games. And we'll have a gambling expert coming up in the show today to give us some selections. Even though the only gambling expert you need right now is me.
You're on a heater.
I have won 11 of my last 12 bets, online bets. It's the Mike Missanelli Show. 610-632-0975. We're back after this.
Hey, everybody, it's Bill Colarulo. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you can engage during the show, and you're not going to want to miss all the content that we post. It's not only the live videos. It's videos after the fact. It's our shorts. It's all the content you want as a Philadelphia sports fan. Looking forward to connecting.